Hello, welcome back to another World Box. This time, we're heading over to Europe. So we're going to do like a present day, all the countries in Europe, and just turn the thing on and let them battle it out. Similar, it's like what we did before with the U.S., but this time European style. So we're drawing out the world here, and we're going to go, we'll turn it on, and I'll just hands off. I've got a couple of mods here that I have discovered over on the World Box Discord. And they are fantastic. For one thing, you can notice that I don't have a... I can make the UI go away, which is a big thing, which is probably my favorite thing. It was made by... Let me get the name real quick. I think Cody, I think was his name. It's over on the Worldbox Discord, and I'll point you to it in the description. But yeah, Cody and Doom are the two that worked on this mod. And it is my favorite thing so far. It also, I can turn off the clouds as well, so it should make time-lapse things much nicer. So we'll get in here. I ended up making this I think it's a 15 by 8 map. I think is what it ended up being. Now with the wider UI, I can now add a lot more space in there, which is very nice. So that's why we have much more space here. And it ended up being a much bigger map than I had initially planned. I thought, I figured I'd have to do like the Baltics all as one country, and a lot of those folks in Macedonia, all one country. But I ended up getting, I think I got everybody in there. I think I might have missed a couple in Macedonia, a couple little guys, but for the most part, everybody's in there. Even though I have some Middle East and some Africa folks that are in here as well. And I did all orcs this time. Orcs are they're not the smartest at building from what I've seen in the game, but they are very rampagey. So it's much more interesting to watch because they like send out waves and waves of orcs. So here we go. We've got everyone all listed out there. You can see all the names that are there. We have all the kingdoms, and there's lots of folks in here. I have everyone right now sending out one orc. And so what we'll do is we'll just sort of put the game on for a moment, and we'll just let them peacefully grow as they please. We're going to turn peace on, turn expansion off, and just let them do the thing for a little while we kind of cover the basics here. But you'll also notice, I'll show it here in a second, all the ice caps that I've sort of moved into Russia because I felt it might be kind of an advantage, unfair advantage, I should say, towards like Russia and Kazakhstan and Finland. So I've made it very, very cold over there. But you can see, I'll run through here and make sure we show off all the countries. There's the Baltics there. We got Belarus and Russia in there. Of course, we move on down into everybody else. All squeezed in here into the Alps and even further south. There's Spain and Portugal over there. Italy, we'll see how they do. I tried an Italian thing before with that Roman Empire, and they didn't do anything. So we'll see if something else happens there. Even Cyprus managed to make it in there, and we've got all the folks there in the Middle East as well, and on up. I even got Kazakhstan squeezed in there also. There was just a big empty hole there, and something had to go in there. Otherwise Russia or Azerbaijan would get too big. So I want to keep it, reasonably spaced out. And you can see, yeah, all orcs, just because it's just it's fair, and they are interesting to watch. I think because rather than just like sending out one person every once in a while, they seem to rampage a bit. So we'll crank it up here, just peacefully, let it run for a bit, just to see how things go. We can see the UK there is got a lot of space. I was going to do England, Wales, and Scotland, but I figured we'll just do the one. People like to yell at me for England in that first video, so we'll have the UK in there this time, and we'll let them 5x speed. We'll let things go, and most folks are doing okay. Well, they're slowly growing. Orcs are kind of slow at growing, so it'll be probably a slow process here. But no fighting yet. We'll let the peaceful folks head in and expand their borders and set up. This also helps early game. They'll get farming and all that set up initially, so people hopefully won't get just wiped out immediately. I'm sure the down there in Greece is going to be a little bit hectic, but here's the mod. You can see I have time-lapse things I can do. I can adjust like how fast cities grow, which sure, we'll turn it on this time. Let's see what it does. Cities will grow faster and borders faster, and people will grow roads faster. So I'm not sure what that does. I haven't really messed with it, so we'll turn it on and see what it does though for this time-lapse thing. I can turn the clouds off, which I have done. Make the UI go away. I can also set colors, and there's a stats thing, which is kind of, it's okay. I wish it showed some other stats. I wish it showed more like empire stats rather than just like trees, how many trees in the world, whatever stats. Also, one thing I point out, I did not put any rocks or gold or iron in this map. I would love to say it was intentional because I wanted a nice even playing field, but I'm maybe because I forgot. but anyways, it'll be a nice even playing field for everyone. Maybe halfway through, if things get stagnant, we can throw some rocks and things in there and see if that will sway anything throughout the game. But I think we've got decent folks growing up. There's a few folks that are lagging behind a bit. Kazakhstan's doing a fantastic job, which is okay, I suppose. Georgia not looking so good, and Cyprus not looking good either. They're not going to do good at all. Cyprus is probably going to do terrible. Probably not going to happen. Probably not anything going to happen to them while they're in there. Turkey probably needs a bit of help. They're mixed in there in all the mountains, and I don't want them to die out like immediately. So we should give them a little bit of help. I'll get rid of some of the mountains in there just to give them a little bit of a boost because they will die immediately if I don't. So one thing I have learned about this game is the AI will not build on mountains, and they will not build anywhere near water or anywhere near rivers for sure. They need the space, and those don't allow you to build there. So I have tried to make things somewhat decent. So like Switzerland and Austria have like little pockets where they have no mountains around them, so they will hopefully live without dying immediately. So anyway, let's turn on the kingdom expansion. War is now on, and away we go. So let's let this thing play out, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure there's going to be a few deaths, probably pretty quickly, probably up there in the Baltics, probably down in Greece, and we'll just let it go. I'm sure there'll be a few quick deaths, but once they're done, it'll probably even out. We can see Belgium is falling quick, and we already lost. Who was that over there? Croatia? Who was that? So yeah, I think that's who it was. It's gone already. Albania is looking pretty rough. It's all looking pretty rough in some of those little spots over there. And Ukraine is getting taken down by Moldova. Moldova, tiny country, is beating down Ukraine. And the Baltics, of course, are at war already. And not a whole lot happening in the east, except for Georgia doing terrible. I think Georgia's kind of crammed into the mountains there. Georgia shouldn't win a Europe match, though, so I'm not too hurt about any of the Middle Eastern countries having problems. And it looks like Belarus has already expanded over there. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the time-lapse thing. We'll zoom out, and we'll crank the speed up and let it do its thing. We've only been going for about 10 minutes or so, but I thought we should stop in and take a look at some things. I had to go in and rename Romania anyways because they have lost their main capital and moved over here. But we'll see like half the folks have fallen, and we're starting to get the survivors in here now. I thought we should take a quick look just to see what's going on around here. Seems like we've got a quite a stronghold in France, Italy, the UK, Portugal. For sure, took out Spain. Germany fell pretty early there. Poland seems to be doing all right, and Finland for sure is doing very well. Take a quick look though, and of course Iceland. I see Iceland; they're swimming all the way down here, and then they're dying before they make it all the mainland. They're not trying to settle here in Scotland. But before we continue on, I just want to take a look and see who is actually in first at the moment. And yeah, Finland, 349 folks and 3 cities. Moldova is in second place. Moldova, and then Poland, Libya, Greece, UK, and on down the list. And we've gone, 65 years so far, 21,000 deaths so far. And Iceland is the biggest, Iceland's the biggest village, and Finland with 161 is the number one. I think France was the first one actually to hit 100. I do want to come in here. People keep telling me I guess I need to do this, and that is come in here and get rid of all the ruins to help folks settle new lands, I guess. So we'll remove some ruins to make sure people can come and make sure they make new towns all around here also. And then we'll start back up again. Okay, So back to time-lapse time. Stop in here a minute and check on a couple things. Going about an hour or so right now. I want to go in. There's a couple names here that are popping up that I don't have, that there isn't names for. So I'm curious as to who is down here. There's one up down there and up by the Caspian. And this is who? This is Iraq. What's Iraq doing down in Africa? All right. Well, Iraq is still alive and way down there. And who we have up over this way? Same color, basically. I probably should change colors. I did change colors, by the way. You may have seen it, of Russia and France. Greece. All right. We'll put Greece in that spot. All right. So we'll continue this thing on, other than the fact that Poland is taking over the place. But notice that Cyprus has made it over there into the mainland. It's fantastic. That's all I cared about. As long as Cyprus made it their way out, that's all that really mattered. Notice, interestingly, that France is pretty close to present-day France. UK is where they belong. Finland is giant. I thought maybe I had hampered Finland too much whenever I set this thing up, because I made it very cold up there, and I was actually worried that I had hampered them too much. Apparently, they don't mind the cold up there. But real quick, we'll check on the kingdoms and see how everyone's doing. Finland, yeah, up in first place with 1275. Poland's only a couple hundred folks behind, with actually more cities. And then there's a big drop-off down to France, 500 below that, and then Kazakhstan next. But anyway, back to the time-lapse stuff. Well, I think we have a winner. Man, Poland really took over the world there. Man, and funny thing is, well, we can see all the stats there. 4,300 people here in Poland. 34 towns, and a lot of non-European countries have survived. Anyway, so yeah, Poland has certainly taken over the world. And the funny thing is, I saw like early on that they almost died. I think Moldova and one of the Baltics hit them, and they were down pretty tiny. I was rewatching this thing as I was recording it. I want to try something though real quick because we got a lot of warring wars going on here between Finland and Poland, but I think the AI isn't the smartest, but I think maybe if we added in a bit of, some land bridges here, just to kind of finalize this, I think Poland is clearly our winner. But just to add some excitement for the very end here, just to see if we can get a proper war going on between Scandinavia here and Poland, and then over there in Denmark, we can connect that up a bit more. And even the UK, they've done nothing the whole game. We'll see if we can add in some excitement, build the channel, I suppose, there, and we'll connect them up and do some things here in Africa too. This is here in Tunisia. Sorry, Dogak. We're gonna cut you off. I think that's actually Iraq that's there in Sicily there. And we'll make Gibraltar a little bit bigger here and connect this up and see if we can get some proper wars just for the grand finale here, And I think everything else is okay. Well, we'll connect Greece up a little bit here into Iraq, and we'll close up the Red Sea. And I think everything else is good, but we'll just let it play out a little bit longer here and see if we can get some excitement. There's already excitement happening, so we'll add to the wars here. Well, a little less explosive than I was hoping for. However, Helsinki has fallen. London fell a while ago. And I think it's time we call it here because my computer is just chugging along. It can't handle much more of this. So, anyway, Poland clearly is our champ. Ranrog has replaced Helsinki up there. Kazakhstan still around. I'm curious as to who this is down here because they don't have a capital name. Who are you? You Greece? You are... Moldova is still around. What? All right. I didn't know Moldova was still around. Saudi Arabia, 420 folks though there in Saudi Arabia. A whole lot of nothing happened over here. Just a bit of fighting. I guess Poland is dealing with the north before they head into Africa. But the UK has moved into Scotland and they are falling apart as we speak. The only person who used advantage of my I added a new land bridge here. The only person who took advantage of that is Iceland. And looks like Ireland did nothing. So I guess a bit of fight. I guess they fell apart. They're down to 60 now. Anyway, congratulations, Poland. We're going to end it here. I guess we could go out with some sort of god power, some sort of wreck. Oh, someone tells me I need to do this. So let's go set it right here. I don't know. Maybe the Matterhorn is erupting. Someone I get this all the time. People tell me I need to do this. So we're going to have it erupt. Let's crank up some speed, a little bit of speed, as much as my computer can handle here. Actually, it runs fine. It's just it can't handle the super speed that that the game the mod wants to do. Okay, so let's go and hit it with lightning. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Yeah, it does do some things, doesn't it? And it sends the lava everywhere. Okay. Alright, well, that's satisfying. What if I drop a bomb on it? Is it? Oh, it's still... Okay. How about yeah, this is our bomba. There we go. Okay. Oh, Poland's still... They seem to have moved. That's just a giant town, I guess is why it's still there. Alright, well, congratulations, Poland. You are the champ. And if you have any more ideas for other maps to do, please let me hear them, and we'll get to them. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.